Okay, so I feel like the title is very self-explanatory, but welcome. This is a tier list. It's 30 bosses of no particular rank or order. This is just the first 30 bosses that came to my mind naturally without looking anything up when I was making this list. And I mean, of course, the list isn't in order yet because I'm doing it right now. So it's in front of me. Um, it's going to be a separate clip that I'm clipping together with this. That's what I'm looking down, but I'm going to be explaining this as I go, obviously. So the tiers are S through F, and obviously F is abysmal, dog shit, terrible. And S would be my best experience, as in it was a good engaging challenge, but it didn't like make me want to bite a hole through a brick wall while I was doing it. So that would be S tier bosses. You know, a decent challenge, but not super spammy. Like I said, it doesn't make me want to kill myself. So that would be S tier. Everything in between is just gonna be fucking in between, and I guess I'll explain it as I go. Alright, the first thing I'm looking at is the Regal Ancestor Spirit. I'm not gonna put it in F tier because it didn't make me wanna, do anything crazy. But it wasn't like a great fight either. It's not really a challenge. It wasn't a challenge the first time. But if you fuck up and lose your footing, he does get kind of slippery. Kind of slippery to the point where he might actually kill you. But it's still not good enough for C tier, so D. Next. Oh my god. Skater Tree Avatar. I really want to put it in F tier just because I hate it personally. It made me want to, no longer exist. I didn't like it. It wasn't fun. Because it has 3 faces and it's a fucking sunflower. I could talk about that for a long time. I don't like it. But even though I don't like it, it is a better designed boss than a lot of the stuff on the list. So C tier. If it were fucking move, yeah, C tier. Alright, next. Gideon. You know what? I'm going to put Gideon, the all-knowing. Gideon. We're gonna put Gideon, honestly, truthfully, I'm gonna put him in S tier just because it's so funny. It's so funny that they even bothered to make him a boss, and it thoroughly entertains me every time. I've never actually had a problem with him. Like, he's never actually beaten me. But I've heard people say that he can be a pain in the ass. I wouldn't know. I never really let him get that far along. But just for entertainment value, strictly, that's going in S tier. Alright, Mesmer. Fucking hate Mesmer. I don't like him, but I don't like him because it's such a good challenge. So I'm gonna give him B tier. It's pretty to the point. It's a good fight. It's a good fight, but it's not easy. And he's one of the only bosses that I feel like actually does buff up before New Game 7, because apparently it doesn't get hard again until then, supposedly. I wouldn't know yet. I'm New Game +4, I think. Anyway. Also, side note, using an AirPod 4 mic right now. I'll get something better for this by next month. Wasn't really thinking about the fact that I was going to have to make this video, but here we are. Okay, next, Mimic tier. Mimic tier, S tier, easily. Because you completely decide how that goes for yourself. So you really can't complain. Unless you just don't like fun. It's a fun fight. What am I looking at right now? Magma Worm. It's just it's so lackluster. I almost want to put F tier. I'm thinking about it. I'm looking at other stuff now. I'm looking at everything else on the list because I want to make sure that if that's the first thing I put at F tier, that's kind of justified. Yeah, F tier. For lack of engagement. It's just the only time it's hard is on your first playthrough, and it's like if you happen to get caught up in the fire and you don't move fast enough. So okay, that's the only challenge. Once you get past that, it's just like a hack and slash fight. It's not really much of anything at all. It's filler. So Magmorn and all of his other Magmorn and all other variations. The first F tier boss on the list. Next, Gold for the Grafted, S tier. That's like one of my personal top 5, I want to say. It's a good challenge, but it's not just a good challenge. He also buffs before New Game 7, and it's very satisfying the first time you beat him. Every time you beat him, it's just satisfying. So that's why I'll say it's S tier. It's never not a good fight. Next, Round Table Like. I wish there was a tier between S and like A plus, but there's not. I should have made an A plus tier. It doesn't matter. It's not relevant. I think I'll put him in A tier. Not quite S. Not quite S because he's actually scary. And if you let him get any hits in, he's just gonna keep hitting you until you die. Round Table Vike, you just kind of like have to stun lock him. From my personal experience, anytime I did anything other than that, he killed me in 5 seconds. So A tier for the challenge, but not S tier because I'm scared of him. Next is Placiduous X, I believe. Yeah, that is. Okay, C tier, immediately. All that fucking teleporting, I don't like it. It's unnecessary. He spams it a lot. She, I think. I think it's a girl dragon. I don't know. But I'm not fond of it. C tier. Beastman of Farmazula. F tier, irrelevant filler. There's so many of them in the game. They're everywhere. And it's not a challenge. Next. I cannot see that, can I? It's Malekith. Honestly, I don't even want to put him at B tier. See? Overrated. The whole fight is overrated. It seems like I'm rushing through this, but no. The last few, I really didn't have a lot to say about. Besides, they're either overrated or spammy. The next one I'm looking at is Black Blade Kindred. And I actually have a lot I can say about that. But I'm not. But what I will say is Black Blade Kindred would be another A tier. And it would be in the same category as Round Table Fight because it's a really good fight, but I'm actually scared of him. He always hurts me every single time. But for maybe the past 2 or 3 playthroughs, I have just completely gotten rid of him in less than a minute. So maybe I'm finally getting good. I don't know. Draconic Tree Sentinel. Draconic Tree Sentinel deserves its own tier. The first time I did it, it took me 4 months. That's a skill issue. You don't have to tell me that. I know. Due to the fact that it almost made me cry, I'm gonna have to. This is biased. This is totally personal bias. Draconic Tree Sentinel is going in D tier. Like, I really don't fucking like it. I just don't. I'm sorry. Okay. Now, regular Tree Sentinel. The original one. the first one, and Limgrave. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's a pretty, you know. Hold on, I think my camera's lagging. It is a little bit, but I have to fix that later. Okay. It's straightforward. It's a very tutorial-ish boss, so I'm just gonna put it in C tier. There's really nothing to complain about. It's fun trying to experiment in different ways with killing it every playthrough, though. I'll give it that. Regular Tree Sentinel, C tier. C tier because it's a pretty straightforward boss. It's like a tutorial boss, so I'll put it there. The next one I'm looking at is Radagon. And this whole list is my personal bias. This has nothing to do with any official ranking. So honestly, C tier. I'm pretty neutral to Radagon, and Elden Beast is C tier too. They're not that difficult. The only thing difficult about either one of these is that they try to make you use all of your resources up really fast, so you don't have anything left to heal with. But other than that, it's really not that bad. Ricard, pretty unremarkable, aside from the Serpent Hunter, and then even then, that's not that remarkable because they take away the one thing that makes it so good, which is the ranged attack. So honestly, D tier, because they nerfed the whole reward that you even get from the fight. So that's my opinion. I don't know. Mog. D tier. Overrated. I don't really have anything else to say. Just overrated. Verlana. That's a good fight. Good fight, but I'm also scared of her. You're noticing a pattern here. If I think it's a good challenge, but they also scare me, it gets an A tier. So she's A tier. Renala. I don't fucking like her. She annoys me. But she's not the fight itself doesn't suck that bad. I just personally don't like her. I don't like how she spams the little glintstone attacks or whatever it's called. I don't like it. D tier. I don't like anything that spams range attacks. So that's just a personal bias immediately. Astel in every variation is a solid B tier. It's a really good challenge, but I was only scared from the first time. Okay, 9 left. I didn't even know it was showing me the number left in the corner, but that's cool. The camera's still lagging, but it's giving the video. Whatever. What is this? Godskin Apostle. Honestly, the whole Godskin package, Apostle, Noble, and Duo, is it wrong to put them all in C tier? Like I was saying, Godskin Apostle, definitely C tier. Wasn't that hard the first time or any time after. It was pretty overhyped by the time I got to it, in my opinion. But my build has kind of been overpowered from the jump, but we're not going to talk about me though. Godskin Duo, also a solid C tier. I really want to give them D tier just because they fucking annoy me, but the actual composition of the fight and the way it's designed within itself, I'll give it a C tier. I kind of don't like their health bar and how they spawn in and out. Like, you kill one, but they can both still keep popping back in. I don't like that part. Other than that, it's a pretty average, unremarkable fight, so C tier. Godskin Noble though, and this is personal bias, I'll give it a B tier for how good of a challenge it was. It took me like a month, almost, the first time. And that's because, mostly, I didn't know they were weak to sleep pots or grease. Nobody told me, they just sat there and watched me struggle, so I did that the first time with pretty much no consumables. And with that being said, that was a really good challenge. It was a really good challenge, and it helped me get good at the game. Okay, Bell the Dread. Honestly, Um, D tier, overhyped. Overhyped and just hard for the sake of being hard. That's two things that I don't really like, personally. But it's doable, so that's all I can really say. Bell goes, I couldn't even get that out. Bell goes in D tier. Next is Patches. Patches, S tier, because everybody loves Patches. There's nothing more to say about that. He's just a chill guy. He doesn't even want to fight you, probably, for real. Sometimes he doesn't fight you. Sometimes he's not even there. Alright, Consort Radon. Honestly, C tier. C tier. Overhyped as fuck. Overhyped as fuck and hard for the sake of being hard. Double negative immediately. But you can beat it. It's doable. So whatever. I did it. It's done. Now Star Radon. Still overhyped. Definitely. But I would give it a higher ranking than Consort. So B tier. They're both overhyped. Radon in general is very overhyped. Melania. Last two on the list to get a ranking. Melania and the Crucible Knight. Melania could really go on any tier, honestly, but the first thing that I will say is that she's overrated. She's overrated, but the replay value kind of hits. It's funner the second and third time. Not just because it's easier, it's just funner, period. Like learning how to dodge her attacks is kind of fun. But actual difficulty, very much overhyped. Actual composition of the fight, like, is it a smooth playthrough? Sure, why not? So realistically, from my point of view, that's a C tier. My C tier is really full. I know. And like, if I was being funny, F tier would be a lot fuller too. Crucible Knight, B tier. That was kind of easy though. I'm not quite scared of him, but it is a good challenge, so he doesn't get A tier. And for however many reasons, he doesn't get F, not F, but S tier. Crucible Knight is overrated too. Overrated. A lot of this stuff is overrated, but these are the first 30 bosses I thought of when I said, let me make this list. So, in conclusion, that is my personal bias tier list, and the first of however many I end up making.